All right, College Prep Middle School, 7th and 8th graders, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Today we're talking about why setting a goal. So we talked about self-awareness yesterday. Hope you guys shared some good stories about self-awareness. One thing I thought of about self-awareness that we all need to be a little more self-aware about is that when we are out with friends, family, being aware of the fact that, you know what, we don't need to be glued to our phone. Too often, a quick notification comes up. You think it's not a big deal just to take a quick peek at it. You know what, the other person that you're with, they may be right in the middle of trying to tell you something, and you're getting distracted by something. So again, just being a little self-aware of the fact that that device in your hand can't control you all the time. It's an important thing to remember, especially when we've been connected with them so much and apart from people for such a long time. When we do start socializing more, again, being glued to that phone is not a good thing. But anyways, today we're here to talk about why to set goals. So we're going to go ahead and do what I always love to do, is we'll take a look at a quote. Okay, so a goal without a plan is just a wish. I can sit here and say all kinds of goals that I might want to have, but unless I actually plan for them, they're not really going to happen. And just like anybody, we're all guilty of this. We have wishes more than we actually have goals. I wish I could get an A in science. Well, a goal would be, I want to get an A in science, and I'm going to do it this way. And you come up with a plan. And again, not just a quick, easy, like, this is going to happen because I say so, but you're going to actually have to plan it out. So we're going to take a quick look at that today and talk about that. And then there's an assignment posted that you'll also work through. I think I posted it correctly this time. If in doubt, though, you can make a copy of it and do it that way. But I should have posted it so that you have your own copy of it this time with your name already attached to it. Okay. So again, why are we setting these goals? It clarifies what you want. Again, you want that A in science, that's fine. That clarifies what grade you want. Okay. But then you need to think next about what motivates the action. Why do you want an A in science? Why? Is it because it's going to make your parents feel good? Is it going to make you feel good? Is it going to help better prepare you? Because when you earn a higher grade in a class, you've learned the information better. That's really the most important thing. That's not always what motivates us. Oftentimes it's extrinsic things. It's not really the intrinsic feeling of, you know what, I really know this information and I'm going to be prepared for the next class with it. Okay, it gives meaning to your action. Okay? Again, I can go through science and just be doing my best, but if I set a goal to do my best, it's really putting more meaning behind it. Okay? It's motivating me, it's giving me meaning, and now I'm much more likely to reach that goal. Again, we said this yesterday, but it makes really big things achievable. Okay, maybe getting an A in science doesn't seem like a big thing, but if you've constantly gotten B's, B pluses, you've been right on the edge, and you want to push for that, then that's important. And I talk about grades a lot in this because we're talking about school, but again, this could be related to anything. Sports, music. If you want to learn an instrument or if you want to learn a new song because you want to challenge yourself, again, you have to set that goal. You have to come up with a piece of music. You have to come up with how you're going to do that. You can't just say you want to learn it, try it one time, go, oh, it didn't really work out, and then move on from it, because then you're not really reaching a goal. Again, you just wish you could learn that song, and, you didn't really do it. Okay? It's going to help keep you accountable. Okay? Again, right now, we have to be held accountable to do our best. Again, we don't have as many friends right there with us. Parents sometimes are working now, and you guys are having to do this work. You don't have teachers right there, looking over your shoulder, able to check your work right away, ask them a question right away. So these goals will help keep you accountable. Okay? And again, it's going to help you reach your max potential. So we want to set SMART goals. Again, I know a lot of you know the SMART goal formula, but we're going to go through it just real quick, a refresher. Some students may not know it, some new students, some younger students, whatever the case might be. But SMART goals, again, SMART is an acronym. Okay? So the SMART goal formula, as we go through this, the S is specific. You have to be clear about your goal. You have to state exactly what it is. You don't want to go into this with a really vague goal. Again, the best example I like to give for physical education when we were doing these is that a lot of people say, I want to run the mile faster. Well, that's pretty vague. Most people would like to run the mile faster. Yeah, I don't think anybody sets out there when it's time to really be testing the mile and goes, you know what, I want to go slow. Or I want to get the exact same time as last time when it was not the time I would like to get. Okay, so again, you have to set a time. You know, I got 10 minutes the last time I ran the mile. This time I want to get 9.5 minutes. That is very clear and direct, and you know exactly what you're shooting for. That way, when you see that clock and you're running around, you can go, you know what, I better speed up, or you know what, I'm on a good pace. So your specific goal will tell you what you need to do. Okay? It needs to have a measure. Again, that measure can be a grade in a class. It could be a time or a number when it comes to fitness. It could be, making a team is a measure if you're trying out for a team. Again, being able to finish a piece of music with so many errors, that could be a measure. But again, you need to put that in your goal. It needs to be a challenging goal, but it needs to be achievable and something that's realistic. Look, I'm not going to say I want to go out and run a 5-minute mile. That for me right now is it's not achievable. Okay? There might have been a time where that was more achievable, but it's not realistic for me to shoot for that right now. Okay. So again, if I were to say that, I would very quickly get dejected if I was going out trying to meet that goal. It would take me an extremely long period of time. So again, I may be able to reach that at some point, but I would need to set my goal at a more realistic time right now, because if I don't achieve that goal within a short amount of time, I'm probably going to feel pretty bad and not want to do it anymore. It needs to be relevant. So it needs to be connected to what's valuable and important to you. Okay, and this is a tough one because we don't want to be writing goals about what level we want to get on, Super Smash Bros. Like, it needs to be relevant to your life and what's going to help you out. Again, we want to be self-aware right now. Again, is reaching the next level on a video game, being very self-aware about what's important in your life right now. It's the school year right now. We have classes going on. And so again, something that would be a little bit more relevant would be what kind of grade you would like to get in a class, what kind of citizenship you'd like to get in a class, what kind of fitness goals you might have while you're off kind of doing those things on your own. So again, find something that's relevant and connected to you. Lastly, got to have a timeline. It's got to include a date. You need to be, again, specific on the timetable for this. If you just have a completely open-ended timeline, you can put it off. You can keep changing. And again, this is why things like goals revolving around grades right now are good, because you know when the quarter ends, you know when there's kind of the midway checkup, you're going to be able to get some measures along the way and know when it ends and really set your sights on doing your best up until that point and then reformulating your goal then. Okay? So again, when you write these out, it can be by blank, I will do whatever it is, okay? I know I can achieve this goal because the goal is worth my time because, and I will have met my goal when, okay? So again, for me, for example, it might be by the end of October, I will have run 20 more miles. I know I can achieve this goal because in the past month, I have already run 15 miles. This goal is worth my time because it will help keep me fit and in shape and focused. And I know I will have met my goal when I reach the 20-mile mark. And at that time, I would reevaluate it. If I've already met it and I have lots of time left, then you know what? I should change my goal and up it. If I'm struggling to get there at that time and I'm barely on it, then again, I need to reevaluate my goal and maybe lessen it a little bit. This is where practice and reflection comes in. Okay, goals don't magically happen. Okay, again, it's achieved with hard work. Sometimes this is a little bit lost on students. It's just that the hard work you put in directly leads to your success. Okay, and deliberate practice. You going and studying, not just doing the bare minimum of the homework. I know it sounds like a lot of extra work. You're feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm at home. I'm on my computer the whole time. I'm doing lots of work. But you know what? Your deliberate action and practice and the effort you put into this will directly affect how you do. If you put little effort in, you're going to get little out of it. If you put a lot of work in, you're going to get a lot of gains from that hard work. Okay? And then you have to reflect on it. You got to look back. Maybe you're putting in a lot of hard work, but you're not quite doing it the best way, and so you're not seeing the gains. You have to then make a change. Okay? We're all probably trying to find the best way to study. I know for me, it took a long time to figure out what the best way was. Some of us use flashcards. Some of us read the notes. Some of us have to write the notes. I found finally for me that writing the notes back down and writing out the answers to questions multiple times, that was the way it stuck with me. And once I did that, boom, it made me take off. But again, it took some hard work to get there and some checks and some changes in order to make that happen. Okay? And then again, those challenges make you grow and learn. So don't get knocked down the first time you have a challenge that doesn't go your way or you feel stressed by it. Stress helps us thrive as long as we don't let it beat us down. Okay? So what do you want to accomplish this year? I know it's kind of a different year. We're not in school together. I know we don't have a ton of extra sports going on right now. Summer's starting back up. But again, you got to figure out what do you want? What do you want to do? And again, your hard work will directly affect the outcome of that. So you need to work hard. You need to be self-aware of how your emotions are playing into these things, how your goals fit into this. And again, put it all together and start really achieving what you want to achieve. So again, this week you got to look at that goal assignment. And again, it should connect back to that schedule. If you wrote something on that schedule about fitness, write a goal about that. If you had on that schedule last week that you're going to study extra for something, that must be something that you would like to do well in. Write your goal around that. Okay? So again, push yourself this week to write a good, solid goal that you can really achieve by the end of this quarter, and correlate it to that schedule so you have time to do it. You know that it's relevant to you. And again, just keep working hard. All right? I hope you guys have a great Tuesday. Next couple days, work on that goal. And on Friday, I'll check back in. I'll let you guys know some of the things that I've been working on, and we'll get a little preview of what next week is going to look like. Thank you guys so much. You have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing what some of your guys' goals are for the rest of this quarter.